share your knowledge. If you're not over 50, still do it. If you know something you want to, this is the time. Even better. And you ain't got to have no crazy thumbnails. You don't have to have all this crazy action. All you need is your voice and your face and your knowledge and your wisdom. Period. That's it. Thumbnail, all you got to do is show your face. That's it. Ain't got to be nothing fancy. I'm telling you what I know. I am aging, and I used to be like, oh man, what I'm going to do? I'm aging. No. Get on YouTube. Tell the people what you know. Share your knowledge. If you're not over 50, still do it. If you know something you want to, this is the time. This is the time. This is the time. This is the inspiration era. This is the motivation era right now. Gone are the times when people need to be entertained. People need to be, they need knowledge. They need wisdom. They need to know, okay, if I keep doing this, what's going to happen to me? People are yearning. They're hurting. The times right now are crazy. And if you care 2 ounces of a care, start a YouTube. Get on. Just talk. And let YouTube pick the thumbnail for you and just put it on there. There's one girl who went viral who talked about how powerful YouTube was and you should start it. And she didn't keep going. That video got over 200,000 views and she just went back to posting stuff that nobody really just needed. People need knowledge. They need your wisdom. When you see something working, you keep going at it. When you see the algorithm attracted to something, that's not the algorithm, that's God. That's God turning on because he knows that the world needs it. Keep doing what the algorithm wants from you because that's what God is trying to get. That's what God wants. And YouTube is the best place to be. I'm telling y'all. These other platforms, I know. That's for beauty and makeup. And I ain't got time for beauty and makeup. I'm trying to help people. I used to want to be into beauty, makeup, and lifestyle. I'm trying to help folks because that is what's going on right now. We need these children to grow up and know something. If you care, this is the time. Get on YouTube. Instagram ain't worried about that. They might be, but they ain't. TikTok, you know what? That could be a good platform for you to get on. But I'm telling you what I know. Get on YouTube over 50 and tell the people what you know. Talk about it. And keep on posting and keep being consistent, okay? And don't worry about the people telling you, oh, you shouldn't say that, you shouldn't show that. Somebody just said you shouldn't show how much you make. Baby, it ain't about me. It ain't about me, okay? It ain't about me. I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of that. It ain't about me. I'm not afraid of what you're going to do to me. Because we're not here forever anyway, okay? I'm not here for me. I show y'all my numbers because it inspires you. It ain't about me. And once you realize it's not about you, your life will change. Your circumstances will change once you realize it's not about you.
That's very true. Okay. I just happened to be scrolling through YouTube and I just happened to be attracted to this young girl's video that said, if you're over 50, get on a video and share your knowledge because all of us young women out here, we need help. We need guidance. We need information. We need life experience. She's right, however, videos where black women try to share things that are really in the best interest of black women, I find sometimes they don't really want to listen because it's not male-centered. However, she spoke about a couple of things on this video that are very important. But let me tell you how to avoid the inevitable cluster disaster in your life when you're 50, 60, or even approaching 70 and you cannot afford to live because you didn't work as hard as you should have, when you were younger and you were focused on things that were not beneficial to you. It's real simple, y'all. There are no parlor tricks. It's like this. You need money. Money is the key to everything in this life. As you get older, you will see that wherever you work, people will become less enthralled with you being there, less interested in whatever it is you're talking about, and basically start to look for reasons to get rid of you, because older employees cost more money. What you need to do in every facet of your life at any age is to max out or try to get as much money into savings, investments, deferred comp, and personal savings accounts with high yield interest. The way you find these things is you go onto nerdwallet.com and you type in high yield savings accounts, high yield checking accounts. You read each one, find out which one has the less fees, because you don't want to be charged fees, and you begin to slowly put your money in that. As you put your money in those things, you'll see your money begin to grow. When you have spare change around your house from going to the store or whatever, find a jar, a bottle, something, a bag, a box, whatever. Put all those pennies and things in there until you fill it up. Pennies, nickels, quarters, dimes, whatever it is. Put it in there, fill it up. Once it gets to the top, take your time, go to the bank, get the paper coin folders. Fill those coin folders up, take them back to your bank, let them count it to make sure the right amount of money is in there, and then add that to your account, whether your checking account or your savings account. And that's how you get extra little money on the side. You have to worry about things that are consistent. Even though we have short-term ways to make money, like people get very excited about all of this social media money, but it's not money that lasts. It's here today, gone tomorrow. And if you are not saving that money or investing that money or learning how to grow that money, in growing that money, I mean by putting it in some type of high yield account, and the more you put in, the more interest you will get, the more your money will grow. You need to look into robotic investment apps. They're called robo investment apps. You look those up, you get into them, and you actually start doing it. The main thing I'm going to tell you, which I know a lot of you are not going to listen to, and you're probably going to buck what I'm saying and think that someone's trying to kill your joy or stop you from having a good time in life, is to just stop dating men. Stop worrying about men altogether. If you don't have children, don't even worry about them. Until you are in your mid-30s, you should not be worrying about children or men. You should be worrying about life goals and achievements. This is very important. This is very important because most jobs that pay incredible amounts of money with incredible amounts of job security, they stop hiring at 35. Some of them that may give you a little wiggle room will stop at 37. Okay? There is an aging out when it comes to coming into the workforce and trying to make as much money as possible. Once you get past those ages and you have not secured real education or credentials in your life, you need to start looking at certifications to help you bring in more money and ways to get any type of degree online or some type of licensed training. It is really that simple. As you get older, you're going to live longer than you are younger. So what you're working for at 20 something, 30 something, and 40 something, and even 50 something, is for your 70s, 80s, and 90s. I went to the 99-cent store today and I saw my neighbor who is 92 years old. She retired from the Board of Education. She still lives in the same apartment that she lived in when I was a little girl. So that means that in particular, her rent is not that high, because here in New York City, and you have to find all of these things where you live, there are certain programs that help older people with rent exemptions. So since she's in New York, we have two programs, one called the disability rent exemption and the senior citizen rent increase exemption. So when you apply for these things, you have to have a fixed income, which is usually a pension or Social Security, and they calculate how much you make and they determine whether you're eligible or not for this program. If you're found eligible, which most people are, the government of the city pays the other half of your rent until you pass away, or until your income becomes incredibly high, which is probably not likely, because as you get older, things are going to get more expensive and your money probably will stay the same. So when I'm honestly telling you, because this is really in your best interest, to stop worrying about relationships, stop worrying about having children, stop worrying about getting married, focus solely on yourself and get everything you need in this life to win. Think of it as playing the game of Monopoly, or playing the game of life, or bargain hunting. These are all games that I used to play as a child, right? But the main denominator, or the common goal of all of these games, were to secure yourself in life so that you would not be struggling at any part of your life, at any age. So that's how you got to look at life. And when you start looking at life like that, and you really start activating that in your life, you're going to see how all the pieces fall together. And the thing this young lady had said about when you stop thinking it's all about you, in the sense of having to be noticed and to be seen or to be envied or to be sought after, and you just start focusing on what you got to do for yourself and getting it done, that's when your life really begins. I'm telling you something that took me a long time to learn. And even though older people were telling me the same thing as I'm telling you now, when I was 20 something, I didn't listen. I went from 27 to 37. I lost 10 years of my life playing at being married, playing house with 2 husbands, and having children unnecessarily. And then I had to catch up those 10 years of my life as fast as I could, so that I could be financially sound. So when women are telling you it's in your best interest to be as selfish as fuck and as conceited, and to only be out here thinking about you and only you, and not relationships and what you can do for a man and how you need a man, don't do it. Don't do it. This is the time for you to network, build relationships with people who could turn you on to information, employment, engagements, consulting, whatever you're into that grows your money constantly every year. This is the time to start a business if you wanted to do it. This is the time to travel if you wanted to do that. This is the time to do everything your mind can fantasize about or imagine to be possible. This is the time you're going to have the most energy, the most strength, the most ability. Get up and do it. Do not waste yourself on a man. That's in your best interest. I'll see you again soon.